It all begins on a freezing, snowy night as I arrive in Riverbend Springs. My Uber driver Jason kept my spirits up with jokes as we slid across icy roads in his shiny red Skoda SUV. He dropped me off at the gas station, where I walked through the snow to a mechanic shop and rented the only car available, a dark green Chevy Malibu. Not ideal, but it would do. Driving carefully through the snow and almost zero visibility, I finally made my way to my new farm that I had bought sight unseen at an online auction. I could barely make out the withered field and the faint outlines of barns and pastures in the darkness. Claire, the real estate agent, was waiting for me there with her fancy BMW 7 Series parked outside, the farmhouse lights glowing warmly behind it. This is it, my leap into farm life. Let's see if I've got what it takes to bring this place back to life. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new Farming Simulator 2025 roleplay series. So yeah, today is the first day after a very cold and snowy night. And yeah, we are just here in our new house that we got along with the property that we bought at an auction. So you might be wondering, what are we doing inside? Well, it is still very cold and very snowy outside. So yeah, I was sort of just still waking up this morning because it's still very chilly. But yes, I think we should probably eventually start doing something. And now that I've turned on the camera, I think it's about time to show you guys around and just find out exactly what we bought when we got this property. So yeah, let's start here by the garage. We're going to open up this shed over here. So this is like a little 2-car garage, and the previous owner left this Harley Davidson motorcycle here. So yeah, I'm not a very big motorcycle fan, so we might actually see if we can sell this thing on to somebody who's going to actually use it. We don't have any working lights in here that I can see at the moment, so I guess it's fine. We do have the rental Chevy Malibu over here parked as well. It's just going to be a little bit better for it to stay indoors, because I'm not too sure the rental company would appreciate it if I drove the car too much in this harsh conditions without any reason. So yeah, over here on the farm we also have got a barn. We do have a little greenhouse over there, and there's this construction site over here. So the real estate woman Claire actually gave me the plans for this, and yeah, they've actually got a contracting company that will come and finish the job for us. We just need to supply them with all of the materials. So we'll get into that a little bit later on, maybe as the series progresses. So yeah, look at our backyard. We've got a little bench over here, and we've got a little bench over there as well. And we've got this little swimming pool, which is actually full of snow, as you can see at the moment. So yeah, I'm doubtful we're going to use that anytime soon. But let's take a walk over to our barn over there, because apparently we also got a bit of equipment with the farm. I don't think it's a lot of equipment, so I guess we'll find out as we have a look at it quickly. But I want to just quickly pop into this greenhouse and see what's going on over here. Alright, so yeah, it looks like they were trying to plant tomatoes at some point, but it didn't go too well, so we definitely have to get some water in this greenhouse for those to start growing again. Same over on that side, I believe that's also the same tomatoes that they're trying to plant there. So yeah, let's maybe step into the side door of the barn here. Actually, it looks quite empty. We do have some lights as well. Let's just see if we can get them to turn on. There it is. Okay, well, it's just one center light, but I guess that'll help. Alright, so looking around here, we don't really have much. We've got a little old fertilizer spreader here. It's definitely not the biggest one I've seen. So yeah, that is quite interesting that we've got quite a sizable seeder in comparison to this fertilizer spreader. And then we've probably got one of the world's smallest little subsoilers here, I believe. So yeah, it looks like all of these things were actually used and just parked here and never really got round to being cleaned up at all. So we also do have a trailer included in the property. We just have to hunker down a bit to get through here. And then there's this old John Deere tractor. I'm not sure if it actually runs and drives. At this point, as it sits here on the trailer, I don't really think it'll actually work. It's not even strapped down, so I don't know what the story is with this. But yes, this is everything that was included with the property. Well, equipment-wise, just gonna pop out this side of the barn. We'll just close up there for now. We'll try and start up the tractor maybe a bit later on. We do have got a little toolbox trailer over here, so we might be able to do some work. There might be some tools in there, so that'll be great. And I've got no idea what this is. It looks like an old generator. Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it still runs or works in any way. But yeah, I did want to go and check out that building over there. I think it's just one of those hay lofts. I just need to be careful here. It's very slippery. Let's just rather walk around this way. We might actually stop by the two pastures over here, because Claire told me that the one on the left is a little bit bigger than the one on the right. So I think the previous guys had some horses in this one. There's absolutely no food or anything in these troughs. So we do have got a little bit of meadow that still seems to be somewhat edible for the horses. And then obviously the bigger one was for cows. I've got no idea where the gate is to this one. We might have to just jump the fence here. So we'll see. Yeah, this is definitely for feeding the cows. Alright, so let's have a walk over there. Have a look at this hayloft. I don't think there's any doors we can open to this. But yeah, this is definitely a very old building. Right, that is jammed. Alright, so we can't even get in there. Same on this side. Don't think it really makes much sense why we want to go inside at this point. But yeah, I believe it's probably completely empty. There's no way of telling at this point. But yes, okay, so that is basically our little farm. And yeah, you may have also noticed we've got quite a sizable field next to us here. So this is our one field that we got along with the property. This is a wheat field, but it is completely withered, so there's nothing to harvest here. We're going to have to probably plow this up. And I don't think the current subsoiler that we've got is going to do very well for us here. Maybe on the smaller field over here, because this is also one of our fields. This is definitely a lot smaller than the big one over there. Alright, so let's have a look at this one. So this looks like it's a... What is that? That's an oat field, but yeah, it's all withered as well. So this is going to have to be plowed up as well. So I think without any further delays, I want to see if the old John Deere tractor that we've got is going to at least fire up, and if we're going to be able to use it. So there's only one way to find out, is to jump on top of it and see if it actually turns over and if it fires up. Because if it would fire up, that'll be amazing. Because that would mean we can actually hook up to that little subsoil and start maybe working one of the fields at least. Although, yeah, it's pretty cold out here. And seeing as that is an open cab tractor, we are definitely going to be freezing a bit. Alright, let's just take a walk in here. And we'll just close this door for now. Alright, let's see if we can actually jump onto this thing. Alright, well, I think the only thing that we can try and do is just turn the key and see what it does. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think this thing is going to turn on. I think it's just way too far gone. Yeah, I've got no idea. Nope. Just give it one more try. Well, it almost wants to fire up, so it might just be a a small problem on it. I'm not too sure. Well, I'm definitely not the best mechanic, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get this thing running ourselves. But luckily we do have got it on a trailer, which we got with the property. So yeah, I think that's basically what the property is all about. So I might have to go and hop online and see if there's anybody who might be able to assist us with getting the old tractor over there up and running. Might actually also start looking around for transportation of my own, because we can't be driving the rental car forever. It's definitely going to be better if we can get our own set of wheels at some point. Alright, so let's just come inside and just head over here into our little room. Over there. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the place. Alright, so we've got a couple of computers here, so I'm going to quickly just jump online and see if I can find somebody who's going to be able to come and have a look at our little tractor for us, at least to get it started so that we can at least move it off the trailer. So yeah, I think that is part of my plans. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of searching on the internet and see if anybody's got any second-hand vehicles that we can maybe go and have a look at as well. So give us a couple of minutes and I'll be back with you guys in no time. Alrighty, so there we go. I did actually find out a couple of things. So I'm just waiting for a guy to phone me back a little bit later on. He says that he's going to probably come around a little bit later to have a look at our little John Deere tractor. So he's just going to phone me when he's available. But however, I did have a little bit of a look around on the internet as well, and I found a guy over at the sawmill who is selling his old pickup truck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get the old tractor off the car trailer there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I might have to actually hook this up to our rental car for now, just to get this trailer's rear ramps lowered down so that we can actually try and push this thing off. Because I think we're going to be able to use this trailer for picking up this vehicle if we do decide to go and buy this vehicle. So the vehicle in question is an old 1980s Chevy C1500. I'm not sure if it's actually a C1500 or K1500. I think if it's a four-wheel drive, it's probably a K1500. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bring the rental car and see if we can get that thing hooked up to the trailer over there and just lower those ramps and try and see if we can get that tractor pushed off the trailer. It's not ideal for us to try and use a rental car for towing the trailer, but I think it'll only be the first and the last time we ever do this. So I guess we'll find out. Alright, well, lucky for us this car is still fairly new, so it fires up quite easily in the cold. Let's just stop it here for a second. Let me just quickly close this door over here. Alright, let's hop in again. Alright, and yes, it just doesn't want to stop snowing. I had a look at the weather forecast a bit, and it seems like it's going to be snowing the whole day. So I don't think we're going to expect any warm weather soon. Alright, so we are sort of lined up. I'm just going to try and see if we can actually get this thing connected up. Alright, well, yeah, I think that'll do the job. Alright, so let's see if we can manage to put accessory power to that ramps back there. I think if we hit the accessory button, let's just see if the lifts are going down or the ramps. Alright, so there they go. And I think that should do. Alright, well, I think it's just going to be a matter of loosening the handbrake on this thing and see if we can actually push it off the trailer. Alright, there we go. So I've got quite a bit of exercise already, and I haven't really done much today. So we're just going to go ahead and close this barn, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the sawmill. I'm going to take the trailer with me in case we do end up buying this pickup truck from this guy over at the sawmill. Alright, so let's get the ram stuck back in. We'll have to hop out just to make sure that it actually does go in. Right, so there we go. So that is tucked in. Now let's jump in the car once again. I'm just gonna pull it forward. And yeah, this is very strange driving with a trailer behind this thing. You can't actually see anything behind you. Can sort of make it out in the rearview mirror there. Alright, well, yeah, the rental car definitely got a bit dirty, but that's fine. I think I did notice at the gas station where the Uber driver dropped us off, there is a pressure washer you can actually use to clean your car off a bit. Alright, so let's get this thing fired up, and I'm going to quickly have a look at the navigation screen here and see if I can find out where this sawmill is. Alright, so according to the Google Maps, I'm supposed to just follow this road, well, the main road actually, and then we're going to take the first right at the four-way crossing, and then we'll just follow the road there, and it should actually lead us straight to the sawmill. So I'm not too sure how rough the roads are going to be, especially considering we are towing a trailer behind the rental car here. It's definitely not ideal towing a trailer this big with a small car like this, but I mean, that's what we've got, so that's what we're going to use. Right, railway crossing, and so we're just going to keep going. Right, I believe this is the four-way crossing. It doesn't look like there's any traffic coming on that side, so just want to be nice and careful with the rental car. Alright, so now we need to just head down this road. If I'm not mistaken, we should see a sign for the sawmill. Right, so if I do run into problems, I can probably just pull over and phone the guy and see if I can get some better directions. However, I think that actually looks like the sawmill. And I also see two vehicles over there. Right, well, I guess we're going to pull in here. Right, yeah, this is definitely the sawmill. Alright, so we're just going to make our way down here and see where we're going to be able to park. So we must bear in mind we've got a trailer behind us. We don't want to get ourselves into a sticky situation here. Alright, so the guy said he is waiting outside for us, although it is super cold. We'll just see if he is actually waiting outside. I think he's probably went inside because I mean, it's super cold. Yeah, there's definitely nobody here. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump on the phone quickly and see if I can give this guy a call. And then hopefully he'll show us around and see what truck we are here to look at. Alright guys, so yeah, the guy is actually inside. His name is Noah. He's actually the owner of the sawmill as well. And he said that he recently bought himself a new truck and he's trying to get rid of the old one. So obviously this is his new truck. It's a GMC Sierra 2500 HD. I've got no idea what that means. But yeah, the truck that we are here to have a look at is obviously a lot cheaper and obviously a little bit more worn and well used. So yeah, this is a Chevy 1500 or a K1500. So apparently this is a K1500, so it is four-wheel drive, which is going to be very handy for us. So he told me to have a look around it. I can get inside, the keys are in it, so we can actually start it up and take it for a little bit of a test drive and just see what it's all about. So I think, yeah, without any further delay, let's just jump into this thing and see what it's all about. Alright, well, I must say the interior still looks in very good condition. It's absolutely filthy on the outside, but that is what you'd expect from a work truck. And yeah, it definitely doesn't start up easily. It sounds like it's definitely have a couple of miles on it, although I don't see the odometer is really picking up much. We do have got a little bit of gasoline. No, actually I've got quite a bit of gasoline. It's almost 3/4 of a tank. So yeah, everything actually looks pretty decent. The oil pressure looks a bit low at idling, although that might actually be normal. Temperature is still ice cold, obviously, but it actually seems to be warming up quite fast. So yeah, he told me that the clock doesn't run; it actually just stands still over there. So yeah, that is one bad thing about buying an old truck like this. Not everything's going to be working anymore. But that's okay, we just need something that's going to be able to get us from point A to point B at this point. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just take a little bit of a cruise. It's definitely a bit of a different drive than the Chevy Malibu there for us. Alright, so just going to take it nice and easy. Should probably turn on our headlights. Alright, let's take it out on the road just a little bit. Well, so far so good. I think there is a road that actually links to the sawmill up ahead, so... Alright, so that oil pressure gauge is definitely moving about, so I think the oil pump is doing its job. Alright, let's just turn in over here once again. Alright, well, there's this little bridge we can cross, and then we are basically back to where we started just now. Although I would have liked to take this thing out on the open road a bit more. But I guess it's fine, we at least know it runs and drives now. Alright, well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can negotiate the price down a little bit. Because obviously this thing has seen some wear and tear. It's definitely got some miles on it. Although it looks like the cluster was actually replaced recently. It only got 15 miles and it doesn't seem like it's working. So yeah, that is quite interesting. But okay, I think let's go into this man's office and just see what he says. I believe it's this door back here. Alright, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so there we go. We are now the proud owners of this Chevy C1500 or K1500. I'm not too sure exactly what to call it. I think it's a K1500. Although the emblem only says 1500, so I guess we'll just call it a Chevy Silverado because that is what it is kind of at the end of the day. So what we need to do is I'm going to try and unhook the trailer from the car, and then we're going to hook it up to the pickup truck. We're going to load the Chevy Malibu on the trailer, and that way we're going to be able to get this car taken back to the car rental office and hopefully get our deposit back, because it's been less than 24 hours already since we rented the car. So I think everything should be good. It's just going to be a matter of trying to maneuver this trailer. It's definitely not going to be easy for us. Alright, I think we've got it more or less turned around now. Alright, so we'll just hook the trailer off over here, more or less. Alright, now we need to back the truck up to the trailer. Alright, so let's move the car out of the way over here. Alright, we'll just leave the engine running because it's super cold today. Alright, we're going to jump in our truck here. It definitely struggles to start up a bit in this cold, but I think it might actually be normal for this truck. Alright, let's get this trailer hooked up. Alright, so the trailer is all hooked up, and now we can actually lower the ramps as well. We can sort of see the trailer a little bit better. Alright, so the ramps are down, and let's see if we can get the car pulled up onto the trailer now. Alright, so we're just going to take it nice and easy and try and definitely not damage the rental car. Alright, just got to get it lined up nicely over here. Right, let's see how we did. Yeah, we could maybe take it back a little bit. We are a little bit far to the one side, but I think it's okay. Let's just move the car back slightly. Just like that. I'll get it turned off. Right, we've got some straps. We'll just strap it down there. And I think right over there. And I think we should be fine to get going. Just get our lifts back up, or the ramps back up. And I think we are ready to head off. So let's see if we can head over to the car rental place and drop off this Chevy Malibu. And would you look at that? That is our cell phone ringing. Alright, well, I guess I better grab this call quickly before we set off on the road. Alright guys, so we are just about to head off over here at the sawmill with the Chevy Malibu on the trailer. So the technician actually phoned me and he said that he is currently at the farm. And yeah, he's there to see if he can get our John Deere tractor up and running for us. So we're going to see if that is going to be possible today, if it's going to maybe be able to run and at least be usable again. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have to tow the Malibu at the back of the truck here, just all the way back to our farm. And then once we are done there with the technician, we can go and drop the car off and see what else we can get done for today. Alright, I believe this is our turn, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise I'm probably going to get lost a bit. But yeah, I definitely still need to see if I can learn the roads a bit better around here. Alright, so here we are back at our farm, and that was actually quite an easy little road that we just had to follow the way all the way up to here. So let's quickly see if we can find out where this guy exactly is. I think I do see his truck over there. Alright, well, he's probably sitting in the truck waiting for us. Yeah, his truck is still running. Alright, well, let's just park this thing up somewhere and then we'll go and have a word with the man and see what he reckons with the old tractor. Alright, so I had a quick chat with the gentleman. He's gonna have a look at the tractor for us. He says that it's usually something simple like a solenoid that gets stuck on the thing, on the starter, that doesn't let it kick all the way in, so it doesn't fire up. So I don't know anything about the mechanics of a tractor, but yes, he's gonna have a look at it for us. So I just opened the barn for him, so he's gonna probably give us a call if he manages to get it up and running once again. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna jump into the pickup truck once again. I want to see if we can go past the gas station and just give the truck here a little bit of a wash with the pressure washer. And we're also going to clean up the Chevy Malibu and see if we can return it over at the car rental office, which is actually also a mechanic shop. Alright, we might actually have to get this truck of ours checked out as well. See if we can maybe service it a bit. I don't know when last this thing was serviced, but I guess we will probably just get it done anyway. Alright, so the easiest way for us to get over to the car rental office is basically to follow the road we took in the dark over here. And it looks like everything is still okay back there on the trailer. Chevy Malibu is definitely not going anywhere. Alright, let's get onto the road here. Alright, so we do have cruise control in this thing as well, which is going to be nice and handy. Alright, let's just check for cars. Alright, let's keep on going with this road. Right, we'll just set the cruise control to a steady 40 miles an hour. I think that is going to be the best. It's not too fast and it's definitely not too slow. And besides, we are towing a trailer with a car on it, so we don't want to go too fast here with this old pickup truck, especially considering we just bought this thing and we're already putting it to work. Alright, but yes, I actually think this wasn't too bad of a purchase for a first day on this new series. Alright, we're gonna have to slow down for the train. Alright, come on, the train passed already. Why do these things always take so long to open up? Alright, well, I think we're good to go. Alright, so apparently they told me that this shop on our right actually sells the materials that we're going to need for the builders to finish up that garage that's on the plans. So apparently they've got everything in stock that we're going to need. We're just going to have to find a way to get the stuff back at our farm. So I think it shouldn't be a problem now that we've got a pickup truck. So we might have to go and have a look at the plans on that building and just see what materials they're going to need to start off with. Alright, but here we are at the gas station. Alright, so this is where our Uber driver actually dropped us off. And then I noticed this pressure washer over here, so I'm just gonna have a word with the gas station owner and see what they charge for us to maybe wash the truck and the Chevy Malibu. And if it's gonna be fine if we do it right over here, because we don't want to make a mess on this gravel over here or on this asphalt. So I think let's hop out quickly and just hear what this guy has to say. Alrighty guys, so the guy said it's fine, we can just use the pressure washer. I explained to him that we are new in town and that we've got just pickup truck that we just bought today. And yeah, this thing is a little bit short, so we might have to push it a bit closer. Alright, I think that should do. Right, let's see if we can do this now. Alright, let's just blast away all of that mud and grime stuck to this old pickup truck. Yeah, this truck bed is definitely very filthy. Don't know if this thing is going to come super clean at all. Well, what do you know, it actually cleans up pretty decent. Doesn't look too bad at all. Yeah, I think this wasn't too bad of a purchase. It actually cleans up quite nicely. I think what I'll do is I'll actually just rinse the trailer off as well while we are here. It doesn't really seem like it's getting much cleaner. Alright, so we need to just pull this thing a little bit closer to there. Alright, here we go. Let's just see if we can move this a bit closer to the car. I think that should do. Right. Let's try this again. Alright, well, I think that is as clean as everything is going to get at this point. I mean, it's all snowy and cold and everything is going to get dirty anyway. So I think we did the best we can with what we have to our availability. Alright, well, the office where I rented this car is just up ahead. We're just going to pull a bit forward. Alright, and then gonna just park up here next to the office, seeing as we are towing a trailer. Alright, let's get those ramps down. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the straps are loose and we're gonna jump into the car. I just need to pull this thing off slowly but surely. Alright, and we'll just park it into the space where we got it from last night. Alright, I think that should do. Yeah, the brakes on this car is definitely something that needs to be improved, so I'll just maybe report that as well while I'm handing over the keys again. Alright, so I'm gonna step into the office once again, and I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Alright, so there we go. We are officially done with the task for today that I would like to have gotten done. So the rental car has been returned, and the guy actually said that I'm welcome to come and rent it anytime again, because we actually returned it, and we are one of the very few people who actually cleaned it up before we returned it. So he's very happy about that. But right now we need to get back to our farm just to see how far Charles is with the John Deere 710 tractor and see if he's managed to get that thing up and running. So I've got no idea if that thing is going to be able to start up today. It would be nice, because then that means we could actually at least get some of our small fields started up with by plowing it a bit. And there goes the train again. Alright, well, just wait for these booms to open up again one day. Come on, come on. Alright, let's go. Alright, cruise control, you were supposed to work back there. Alright, well. Okay, so we're just gonna try and make our way back to the farm and see what Charles says, because apparently he said it might be something simple. So I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to fix it up on site. If not, we might have to get it towed over to the workshop for him. That's what he said, so I guess we'll find out. So I'm just trying to think of other alternatives. If I should maybe not have a look around and see if I can find an alternative to use in the meantime. Maybe even see if I can find a second-hand cultivator, because I think a cultivator should also do the job in clearing up that field of ours. Although we might then actually be stuck with a couple of weeds. And as for this big field over here, I don't know if we should really try and use small equipment on this field. We might actually have to rent something a little bit bigger that's going to be able to get the job done. Alright, so here we are. Just going to turn into here. Alright, and I don't see what anything's going on over there. No, it looks like he's still busy. Right, and I'm also doubtful that this pickup truck is going to fit in the garage, so we might have to put it in the barn. I should actually not park on the dirt, because this is just going to make us step in the dirt, and we're going to step it into the house and all that. Alright, but let's hop out. We're going to see what Charles is busy doing, and if he's going to maybe tell us something good or something bad. Alright guys, so yeah, I just had a quick word with Charles, and apparently he says that this tractor will have to go into the workshop. There's something wrong with the transmission as well. He said he did manage to get it fired up, but the tractor doesn't move under its own power at all, so we're going to have to see if we can get this thing back onto our little car trailer and deliver it there. He said he is going to be able to actually tow it for us, but he's going to have to go and fetch a trailer, and he's also going to charge us a bunch of money to get this thing towed into the workshop. So I think it's going to save us a little bit of money if we can do it ourselves. So he actually just went to the bathroom, and yeah, he's going to basically just pack up all of his tools and head back to the workshop. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can put our trailer back inside the barn. Going to try and push that tractor back up onto the trailer. And then hopefully we're going to be able to get this thing dropped off over at his workshop today. So I did also want to start looking around for some animals, because I think that's going to be the quickest and the easiest way of starting to make money, is if we get some animals in. Especially some cows, because then we can maybe try and just breed with cows for now. So obviously we're not going to be able to produce milk with the pasture over here. So we're going to obviously just breed some cows, maybe raise some cows. And that should work out for us, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to hop online and just see if anybody is selling any livestock at the moment and what the availability is thereof. As for horses, I think we're going to wait just a bit with the horses before we get into that, because that's going to require a horse trailer. And we're also going to have to get feed for the horses. And we're probably also going to have to look for a water container. although it looks like the rain is sort of filling the troughs, although it's not ideal, we will rather just get a water barrel and see if we can actually put some water into these husbandries for the animals, and then we can maybe start there, and then at the later stage, once we can figure out our tractor situation, we can dig into the fields a bit. So I was thinking maybe I should just start having a look around at some equipment that's available secondhand and see if anybody is selling a tractor maybe, so we can get a tractor, and we'll also try and get the John Deere 710 up and running. But my goodness, yeah, Charles is definitely taking quite a while in the bathroom. I wonder if he's okay. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to just wait for Charles to get back, and yeah, then I think we're going to try and load that trailer up, I guess, or the tractor up onto the trailer. Alright, so guys, there we go. We've got the tractor back up onto the trailer. So Charles was actually kind enough to quickly help me push it up onto the trailer, seeing as this thing actually weighs quite a bit of, yeah, it's quite heavy actually. So he was kind enough to help me just push it up. So all that I need to do is now get this thing strapped down. I think the 2 straps should actually do. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to see if we can get those ramps tucked back into the trailer. And we're going to just pull forward a bit so that we can actually close up the barn. Alright, I already closed the house as well. Alright, so let's just close up the barn. Just like this. Alright, well, let's see if we can make our way over to the shop. And yes, the snow is getting really thick now. Alright, so let's see if we can get this tractor over there. Just gonna take it nice and easy. Yeah, the snow is definitely very slippery. Yeah, it's definitely quite dangerous, but luckily our pickup truck has got some decent all-terrain tires on it. Just look for traffic from there. We are good to go. Alright, let's get a move on. Alright, so Charles tells me that he might be able to get this tractor up and running for us within the next couple of days. And I also did a little bit of browsing on the internet again, and I found a guy called David. He's selling a very old small tractor. It's a Massey Ferguson, so I'm not too familiar with this particular Massey Ferguson, but I did tell him I'm going to come and have a look at it maybe a little bit later today. So I'll just give him a call once I've dropped the John Deere off and see if he is available for us to come and have a look at this thing. So yeah, once we get the 710 offloaded, hopefully Charles is going to be kind enough to help us get it off the trailer again. And then we'll head over to his house, or to David's house, and see what this Massey Ferguson is all about. And yeah, I actually forgot about the cruise control. We're actually going a little bit too fast back there. Alright, so no train coming. Alright, let's quickly cross the bridge, or the train crossing there. Alright, we're gonna turn right over here. Everything sort of looks different now that the roads are starting to ice up a bit more. It's definitely very icy. Right, and I think I have to turn in here by the gas station. Alright, I can see Charles's pickup truck over there, so I think that is probably where we're going to have to drop the tractor off. Alright, I see some parking spaces. I don't know which bay they want us to drop this thing off, but I guess any bay would probably be fine. I think they just probably gonna move it wherever they need it. Alright, let's try and do this a little bit more straight into a single parking, in case more customers want to pull up here and park in these spots over here. Should actually just turn on our hazard lights. Alright, yeah, that's definitely not the easiest reversing like this if you can't see the trailer. Alright, well, I think that is good enough. So let's see if we can find Charles and just have a quick word with him. Alright, I've got no idea where the entrance is. I think it's probably here. Alright, yeah, let's have a quick word with Charles and see where he is. Alright, so there we are, guys. The tractor is now offloaded, and we are just going to leave it here over at Motorex. So Charles is going to have a look at it for us. He says he might take a couple of days, so we should expect to hear from him by the end of this week at some point. So I guess what I'm going to do now is we're going to see if we can go and have a look at this tractor that David is trying to sell. So I think there's nothing to it but to do it. Alright, so let's fire up this old truck of ours once again. And we're going to try and see, is that, yeah, that looks like Claire's BMW. So she's probably renting an office over there where she's doing her real estate work from. Alright, so what I think we're going to have to do, because I had a look on the map a little bit earlier, and apparently this guy stays around the northern part of the city, so we're going to take the road over here, and there's apparently a ferry up ahead where we need to call the ferry for us to go across the river, and then we're going to be able to make our way over to David's house a little bit easier. And yeah, this is very slippery over here. I just hope the ferry actually operates in these weather conditions. It doesn't look like the lake is frozen, so we should be good. Alright, let's just park here. And we just see... I think we had to press this button over here. Oh, would you look at that? It actually does operate in this weather. It's not too bad. But yeah, our old Chevy truck is definitely doing quite well. I'm already putting this thing through its paces on the first day, letting it tow this big trailer of ours. It's definitely doing a good job. I didn't think we would be able to find such a decent vehicle for the amount of money that I had to spend on one. But alright, here comes the ferry, so I think let's hop in, because it's quite cold out there. Alright, so I'm just going to wait for them to open up this boom over here. Alright, they tell us to drive slow onto the ferry, and speed limit is 22 miles an hour probably, I guess. Oh, it's 22 tons weight limit. Yeah, you wouldn't want to drive 22 miles an hour onto this thing. Alright, I think we are good. I probably just need to signal the guy over here. Alright, I think we're going to get moving. Right, I think it's safer to stay inside our vehicle. Alright, we are definitely moving. It's quite a bit of a slow journey across this lake. I wonder if the weather has got anything to do with it. But here we go. We've got our trailer and our pickup truck on the ferry. We are almost there. Alright, and we are about to get the boom open ahead of us, and we should be good to go. Alright, well, let's get moving. Well, that was actually quite a smooth ride over the lake. I didn't expect it to go as smoothly. But right now we need to follow this road, I believe. Just get our cruise control. And I think 40 miles an hour is a bit fast. Let's just bring it down a tad bit. Just going to go down to 30. This is quite a steep hill. It's almost a little bit too fast. Let's just bring it down a notch. Alright, no traffic coming from this side or that side, so we are good to go. Alright, so yeah, I've got absolutely no idea where this guy's house is exactly. But he told me it's right next to the farmer's market, so I'm not too sure. The farmer's market is up ahead, I believe. Alright, and now just gonna have to look around for a house with a massive Ferguson tractor parked out front. I don't know if I should actually go through to the other side or if it's on this side. I don't think there's any houses on this side. Alright, so there are houses up there, and that seems to be on the other side of this road, so we might have to follow this road all the way around. I don't think we're going to try and drive up there. Right, well, Let's get the cruise control on once again. That's a very steep climb over there. We don't want to take that road. Right, we'll just sort of turn over here. Quite a sharp turn to take. Alright, so now I'm having a look out for a Massey Ferguson. It should be a red tractor. Oh, what is that? That is... it's definitely not a tractor. I don't see anything here. Oh, wait a second. Is that... That's a Massey Ferguson tractor. Well, I should probably just pull over here. Should be fine. Make sure our trailer is also out of the road. Try not block this guy's driveway. I can't really see what the trailer is doing back there. Alright, well, I'm just gonna park it up here. And let's see if we can actually find somebody by the name of David. I don't see anybody outside. I might have to give him a call quickly and just find out where he is. But I think that is in fact the tractor. I don't know if the guy actually works at the farmer's market or what's the story, but this thing is just parked here, so I think that is probably it. Alright, well. Yeah, I don't see anybody here, so we're gonna probably have to give this guy a call. I'm just gonna stand here inside while I make this phone call quick and just see where the guy is. Alrighty guys, so I did have a quick word with David on the phone, and he actually lived right next door to the farmer's market here, so this is in fact his house, and he's just gone inside again because of the weather, so it's very cold. So what we're going to do is, he actually fired up the old tractor for us, and he told me that I can take it for a little bit of a drive around and just see if I'm happy with it. Then if I'm happy with it, he's willing to negotiate a good price for us on this thing. And it's definitely a little bit bigger than the current tractor that we have, so I don't think this would be the ideal tractor for every single thing we're going to try and do on the farm, because I think this thing has got only 90 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. Well, that is actually 90 horsepower when it was brand new, so it might be down to around about 70 or maybe even 65 by now, so I'm not sure. But yeah, this thing definitely does the job. It's supposed to do everything that the tractor is doing. It also comes with some front weights, so that is quite handy. And that's the nice thing about a small tractor like this, you can actually turn on a dime. So I'm actually quite happy. I think this is going to do very well for us. As I said, it's not ideal, but it's definitely a good start to a small farm like ours, especially now that we don't really have too much money to spend. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just park it over here. Maybe let's just get it off the road a bit more. Alright, I'm going to hop out. Let's just get the lights turned off. I think they're all off now. Alright, well, let me go and have a word with David and see if we can negotiate a bit of a price on this tractor. Alright, so here we are. We are now the proud owners of a Massey Ferguson 690. So yes, in fact, this is the 90 horsepower model. So yeah, there's really nothing to it but to load this tractor up onto our trailer over there. I just hope it's going to fit. So we might have to reverse it on so that we can actually... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think we can just probably nosedive it on. Just have to see if we can get these front wheels aligned up perfectly with these ramps. And the rear wheels will obviously just follow. I think we should be good. Alright, I think we are on. Just hop out a second. Alright, I think that should work. Let's see if we can get some straps onto these wheels. Alright, I think that should be enough. Alright, let's get the engine turned off. Alright, well, I think that is it. We're gonna try and see if we can get this thing back to our farm. Just get those ramps stuck back in. Looks like they are back. Alright, let's get our headlights turned on once again. Alright, and we are off. Let's get back to the farm. So now, if I'm not mistaken, we should actually just follow this road all the way through, and we should get to our farm. So it's going to be quite a little bit of a drive, so I'm just going to take it nice and easy, and hopefully we don't run any trouble with this tractor on the back of our trailer back there. And yeah, 30 miles per hour, I think that should be safe enough for us to drive at this speed. It's just our cruise control doesn't really want to let the engine shift into the next gear at this speed, so it's really a little bit strenuous on the engine, if you ask me. But I guess it's okay. We're just going to slow down for this bridge. Yeah, that bridge is a little bit narrow. We might have to wait for this van to pass first. Alright, buddy. You just keep going. Alright, I think I should have set this cruise control up to 40 again. Whoa, that is a bit bumpy. I think, whoa, that's a stop sign. Nearly blew past the stop sign, but there we go. Alright, let's get going again. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a better speed to cruise at. Just about 37 miles an hour. Almost 36.5 miles an hour. I think that's fine. At least we shifted into the next gear and the engine isn't running out of steam. Alright, and I think, yeah, we'll probably just turn up here. Alright, well, we are basically home. And now we're just gonna pull up into our driveway over here on the right. Okay, hopefully we get up this hill with this truck and trailer. Just gonna give it a little bit momentum. Alright, and we made it. Alright, that is pretty good. Alright, so there we go. We made it back to our farm with our new purchase. So I might have to actually go and get myself a pressure washer as well at some point, because we're definitely going to have a lot of dirty equipment and stuff to wash. Alright, so let's hop out. And yeah, look at our truck. It's already getting dirty again. That's just the weather. Yeah, nothing's going to stay clean in this weather, so... Alright, but I think we are good to actually try and get this tractor off the trailer. We'll just park it inside the barn. Right, she fires up, no problem. Alright, well, that is definitely good. Alright, so let's go back into the barn. Right, we'll just park it over here, because I think our pickup truck and the trailer still needs to get in here. So we should probably pull the trailer back around to this side again. So let's do this. We're going to open this door. We're going to pull the pickup truck around and just get the trailer disconnected and leave it over there. And then I'll obviously pull the pickup truck in the barn as well. Alright, just get those ramps in. Perfect. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about this now. It would have been easier if we were able to just maybe... let's do it like this. Let's see if we open the tailgate. Yeah, that's going to give us a little bit more visibility about reversing this trailer into the barn over here. Alright, let's see. Let's turn our head this way around rather. Alright, let's reverse this thing back. Yeah, that definitely helps a bit to see what we are actually doing. Yeah, this trailer actually just barely fits into this barn. We're going a little bit skew. Alright, well, definitely practicing my reversing skills here with a trailer. Alright, so now we can get that disconnected. And we'll get this closed up again. Right, electronic tailgate, that is something fancy. Aftermarket added to this pickup truck. Right, now we can close this barn up. Alright, so let's head over to the other side of the barn. Whoa, that is a bit of a drift. Yeah, the snow is definitely going to cause some trouble for us. Alright, definitely not the best weather for trying to farm. So we might have to wait for the weather to clear up a bit so that we can actually start doing some actual farming. So yeah, just on another note, I did find a guy who is trying to sell some of his cattle. He's got 2 cows that he wants to sell. So we're going to have to try and organize some transportation for those animals. And I'm obviously going to have to order some food for the cows and see if we can get it delivered or maybe go and collect it at some point. And I'm also going to start looking around for a water tanker so that we can actually get water into these pastures for the animals. So yeah, that is going to probably be only on the next episode of this roleplay series. So I think that is also where we're going to leave this episode, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate every view, every like. And also remember to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy this series. Until the next time, cheerio.